Welcome to day 363, Becoming Peace, Meditation, and Inspiration. The name of today's session is Ditching Emotional Vampires. And here's a disclaimer today. It might be hard. It's okay. In order to clean house, we have to do the sweeping. Sometimes sweeping can be uncomfortable. This is the topic today. Ditching emotional vampires is number 3 on my list of the 5 most important takeaways from this past year. Giving yourself permission to ditch emotional vampires and parasites is sometimes all we need to move forward. Just the permission. We somehow need someone to tell us it's okay to stop the patterns through boundaries and personal safety. So close your eyes as we prepare today. Take in a deep breath, and as you exhale, allow yourself to settle in to this very present moment. Allow your mind and your body and your soul to rest here deeper with each exhale. Continue to deep breathe while we meditate today. For years, I've been in denial about a few toxic, emotional vampires and parasites who love to plague me with their devious torture. I didn't really put any titles to these relationships. I just knew they seemed to suck the life out of me and felt so very yucky. And this went on for years. I was in constant turmoil in their presence most of the time. The stress response and cortisol levels coursing through my bloodstream were off the charts. These experiences affected my health, my vital organs, and my overall well-being. It was as if I was living every day under a dark, ominous rain cloud. Well, a little over a year ago, I began piecing the symptoms with the behaviors that were strewn my way. I began to research, study, and uncover the truth about what I was dealing with. My findings produced deep grief, disappointments, loss of hope, the hope that I had hoped for years, and a despair I can't describe. In this moment, I encourage everyone everywhere to take 30 minutes a day for an entire month and educate yourself on topics like borderline or narcissistic personality disorders, abuse cycles, domestic violence behaviors, all of that. Because when we proactively choose to inform and educate ourselves, we can discover what is truly happening in the present moments of our lives and find and receive the help and assistance we need. You don't begin studying how to be a pilot when you enter the sky. You study to be a pilot on the ground in the safety of a chair on the earth with a pilot instructor sitting next to you. That is the time to study what happens in an emergency. This is no different. You have to be prepared as things come and hit you out of left field in the game of life. When you choose to keep your head under a rock, you do nothing but severe damage to not only your emotional health, but also your physical health. Keeping your secrets of abuse hidden and covered is only hurting you, no one else, except for when kids are involved, and then they get hurt equally. So let's put on our brave face today. Today's about giving you permission to begin your research if you feel something is way off in any of your relationships. And if you really want to be proactive and help your future self, you'll do the research and begin to notice toxicity in all its forms as it weaves itself in and out of your life. The workplace, meeting friends, new relationships, getting into romantic relationships, or dealing with toxic parents or even siblings, recognizing behavior in yourself that needs to be worked on. Do you see the value of beginning this process? In my own situation, there really has not been any change because 99% of the time, abusers, emotional vampires, and parasites or toxic people don't change. But you know what it has given me? A new lease on life as to how to move forward and what to do in my everyday to make sure I keep myself safe. I don't always have the correct answers, but when I feel like I don't know what the next step is, I visit the notebook, which is full of pages from me taking notes when I was seeking for answers. I know exactly what to do by opening up solutions from that notebook because I've taken many hours, invested so many hours to educate myself on diagnostics as well as solutions that I can control myself. Also, a side note, just to remove any self-doubt or whipping yourself up because you didn't know things that you think that you should have known. I was a licensed mental health therapist and practitioner. Things were going on in my own personal life that I was not piecing together, even with a graduate degree in mental health counseling. So please do not beat yourself up over this. Let's just begin today to start empowering you with the tools that you need to move forward. I don't expect anyone in my life will change or alter bad behaviors. In fact, as the years have rolled forward, it's only gotten worse in many cases. So I'm not setting myself up with false hope of any type. But I now do possess the resources to take it day by day, cope, and heal one step at a time. So let's turn this to you. What toxic emotional vampires and parasites do you need to banish from your heart, physical space, and banish from your psyche? Let's take a moment and dwell here today about what needs to be identified and what needs a safety plan. What's your next step? And I assure you, it's okay to take some time with this over many days, weeks, and even years. Today, we're just getting real with what is in your life, identifying areas that need attention and education. So I'll mind the time until you hear a soft bell. Let's come back slowly getting ready to come back to this present moment and taking the time, adjusting the new thoughts and ideas which came to you through inspiration today. It's okay. You're here and you are safe in this present moment. Get out your notes or your meditation notebook and record your inspirational nudges. I found that peace comes when I educate myself and then choose to move forward with ditching emotional vampires and parasites. This is the perfect day to be doing the work on cleansing your life. We're about to begin a new year. The date for this exercise was picked on purpose. You have a few days to process before actually beginning a new year. What will you do with this upcoming year? What will you implement differently to add an extra measure of safety and self-love and respect for yourself? I immensely honor your presence here, and I see you. I'll return tomorrow, and I hope you will join me for number 4 and 5 on our list. Thanks for showing up. Remember, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. Bye for now.